Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. For today's video, I'm going to be introducing you all to all 7 of my guinea pigs and just sharing a little bit more about their history, their backstory, and their personality as well. So first piggy that I have here is Peanut. Peanut was one of my first 2 guinea pigs that I adopted in September of 2020, and I did get Peanut from the pet store. Since they were my first guinea pigs, I was not aware that there were places to adopt or rescue guinea pigs. So I did adopt Peanut from a pet store, but I would not do that again in the future. I had no idea when I got her that there were other options. And Peanut is about 1.5 years old, and she is bonded with 2 of my other guinea pigs at the moment. And she's also extremely shy. She does not appreciate me holding her right now, nor did she appreciate me picking her up out of the cage. Despite being one of my longest owned guinea pigs, Peanut still runs from me every single day. She will take food out of my hand, and she is okay to be hand fed, but she doesn't want to be pet and she doesn't want to be picked up. So she's definitely one of my shyer guinea pigs. She's also one of my loudest guinea pigs. So Peanut's week is like ear screeching, like it's like a screech. It's really loud, and even the other guinea pigs get a little bit annoyed by like how loud her week is, which is kind of funny. But as far as I can tell, she is an American guinea pig, but she does have these like little puffs of fur right here on the sides of her face, which is kind of cool. That was Peanut. All right, next up we have Marshmallow. Marshmallow I adopted at the same time as Peanut in September of 2020. So she also came from the pet store. And when I adopted her, she actually came home with a upper respiratory infection, which is again one of the reasons that I would not recommend adopting from a pet store. I didn't know any better, and now that I do, I definitely would not do it again. Definitely do not recommend. A lot of their guinea pigs are often sick, like Marshmallow was, but she's only a little bit older than Peanut. She's about 1 year and 7 months old, and she is also one of my biggest girls. She weighs about 1,200 grams, and she's also a bit of a brat. I don't know if that's something that's okay to say about a guinea pig, but she definitely is. She is definitely the dominant one of her herd. So she's currently bonded with Peanut, and then my other guinea pig, Pepper, which I will show you guys in a moment. She's definitely the one in charge, and she definitely does not appreciate being held like Peanut. However, she will allow me to pet her in her cage, and because she has this really long, thick fur, I do have to groom her at least once a month, if not more often, which she also does not like. So I would say Marshmallow gets the award for sassiest guinea pig for sure. Next up, we have Pepper. Pepper is also another one of my females, and she is bonded with Peanut and Marshmallow in a group of 3. And I adopted Pepper in February of 2021 from a local rescue in my area that I found on Facebook. I decided to adopt Pepper because I wanted to have a more group dynamic with my guinea pigs. So when I just had Peanut and Marshmallow, since Marshmallow is like very dominant, very much like the one in charge, she was kind of picking on Peanut a little bit, and I sort of wanted to introduce a 3rd female and create more of a group dynamic. So I adopted Pepper. She is almost 2 years old. She's a little bit shy of 2 years old, and she bonded really well to Peanut and Marshmallow. But unfortunately, she is just as shy as Peanut. Again, despite owning her for almost 1 year, she still runs from me. She hates being picked up. She will like squeal like it's the worst thing in the world when I try to pick her up, which really sucks because she is my softest guinea pig, and she's also, I believe, a ridgeback. I don't know if you guys can see here. She has this ridge of fur on her back, and from what I understand, that's like a subbreed of the Abbey guinea pigs. So she has really beautiful fur, and she's so incredibly soft, but she just will not let me pet her. Same as Peanut. She runs from me, She hates being picked up, but she will take food from me. So I will consider that a success. But this is sweet little Pepper. I would consider Pepper the catalyst for the amount of guinea pigs that I have today. Once you go past having a pair, I find it kind of hard to stop. I know other people have stopped, but once I realized that I could just keep getting more when I got my third, I just kept getting more. So I would definitely say that Pepper was the catalyst for that. Next up is Honey. Honey is my oldest and also smallest guinea pig. Honey is 5.5 years old, and I adopted her in June of 2021. So I found Honey on guineapigfinder.com. I don't know why I was on Guinea Pig Finder, to be honest. I was not looking to adopt more guinea pigs at that time, and then I was just scrolling through the ads and I stumbled across Honey, and she was 5 years old at that time, and she was living in a like multi-level rat cage. And I saw her and I just immediately felt so bad that a guinea pig, especially of her age, would be living in that type of cage. And as soon as I saw her, I also thought of the name Honey. I hadn't even considered getting a fourth guinea pig, like much less like thought of adopting her, and that name had just already come to me. And so that and the living conditions and just everything involved there, I just really felt the need to reach out to the person who was rehoming her. And I'm really, really grateful that I did. Honey is my sweetest, most loving guinea pig by far. She loves to be pet. She loves attention. She'll run up to the front of the cage every single morning when I come in, and she is definitely the sweetest guinea pig ever. And like I said, also the smallest. She weighs about 800 grams, but lately she has been losing some weight because unfortunately she does have uterine cancer, but she's doing really, really well so far. Honey's currently on some medications to manage the pain from that, as well as a heart medication because she has a high-grade heart condition as well. So she's doing pretty good so far on her medication, and she's doing good for her age, and she's still very outgoing, very excited about everything, and very, very sweet as always. She also loves to explore. She really likes to roam around the floor of my guinea pig room and just check everything out. She's really adventurous. Some of my other guinea pigs would not be interested in that, but she definitely is, and she's so, so sweet. And when I had originally adopted Honey, I had planned to bond her with the other 3 girls that I just showed you, but unfortunately when I attempted that bonding, it did not work out at all. The other girls, specifically Marshmallow, did not accept her into their group, so I was unable to have one large female herd like I had originally intended. So after that, I set off to find Honey a new friend. So going from my smallest guinea pig to my biggest guinea pig, this is Waffles. Waffles weighs 1,500 grams. He is a large boy, for sure. Boy being very important because when I adopted Waffles, I found him on Facebook in a guinea pig rehoming group from someone who was trying to rehome him. He was living in a very small pet store cage, like literally 3 or 4 square feet was the size of that cage. And he was also being advertised as a girl. So the listing said that they were looking for a new home for their 4-year-old female guinea pig. And I, who was looking for a friend for Honey, adopted him, only to find out that it was a boy and not a girl. And I just remember my initial shock after I brought him home and discovered that I now had a male guinea pig, and I was like, what do I do now? Even though adopting Waffles created new challenges by owning males, I don't regret it for 1 second. It was just awful, the conditions that he was living in, the food he was being fed. He was on alfalfa hay as a 4-year-old, which, what? I know it was awful. Alfalfa hay as a 4-year-old, as well as like these trashy Walmart pellets. It was a whole mess, but I'm so glad to have him now. He's got the cutest little face. And I can just tell how much happier he is with his space. He popcorns every single day, and I can just tell he's so happy. So after I realized that Waffles was a boy, I had a couple courses of action. I was either going to neuter him or try to find both him and Honey a friend. And because of his age, I decided to go with the second route. And so I adopted Sage here. Sage is my youngest guinea pig. She's just a little bit over a year old, and I adopted Sage from my local SPCA to be a friend for Honey. I was on the SPCA website looking for both friends for Honey and Waffles at that point. I was just seeing what was out there, and I came across Sage. She was up for adoption as a single female, and at that point she was 8 months old, 8 or 10 months old as well when I adopted her. And I saw her photo and I saw her name, which was Sage at the SPCA. I did keep her name, and I just knew that this was worth a shot for Honey. Because Honey had been more dominant in the bonding with my trio, and just because of her age, I thought it would be best to pair her with a young single female. And then I found that young single female on my SPCA, and I went and adopted Sage that very day. The same day that I saw her, I went and adopted her. And the bonding went well, and now her and Honey are very good friends, aren't you? And Sage loves her chin rubbed. I don't know if she'll let me do it while I'm holding her, but she loves, loves, loves to have her chin rubbed. She also likes to be pet. She's a pretty affectionate guinea pig, which is really, really nice. Look at that little face. So Sage is very, very precious, and she was literally the perfect friend for Honey. Like, I could not be happier to have found a better guinea pig for Honey. And last, but certainly not least, is my male Cinnamon, who is currently going nuts over the fact that he can smell my females on my shirt. He is my craziest guinea pig. He is also very hormonal and really, really wants to live with the girls. So I am going to be getting him neutered to live with my females. I originally adopted Cinnamon from someone who was rehoming him, someone I found on Instagram, and he is about 2 years old. He'll be 2 years old soon. And I had originally adopted him to bond with Waffles, and I did do their bonding, and they were bonded for about a month before their bond broke. And as you can see, he is obsessed with the girls, obsessed with their smell, everything. So he is definitely getting neutered to live with my females. I think that's what he needs to be happy. I can tell that Waffles is happy on his own. He popcorns every morning. He does zoomies. He's very, very happy. Cinnamon, on the other hand, I think really, really wants to be with the girls. So I'm going to get him neutered, and he will get to live with some of the girls. Probably the trio of Peanut, Pepper, and Marshmallow. Most likely he'll get to live with them once he is neutered, and 6 weeks after that neuter. But he is a very cuddly guinea pig outside of the cage, but he's going insane. When he's in the cage, he will not let me pet him, but once he is out of the cage, he definitely wants to be pet. And he weighs about the same as Marshmallow. He's around 1,200 grams as well. And he's a very spunky boy, very crazy, lots of personality. He's very vocal, too. Okay. I think this is stressing him out to smell them, so I'm going to put him back. But that was Cinnamon. And that was all 7 of my guinea pigs. I hope you guys enjoy getting to know them a little bit better, getting to hear their stories, getting to know their personalities, and getting to see them up close as well. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did, and subscribe to see more of my content. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you again next week. Bye-bye.